Today, we'll be putting together a tier list of the most fair heroes as of this most recent update. That means which characters feel fair to play against, and play with, all factoring into where they are positioned on the tier list. Let's begin. Alright, first up is Bastion. How fair do we think this character is on this list? What are some aspects of
Not anymore.
Not anymore, for sure.
I don't know, because they did just do that nerf for him to drop the damage per second for his recon form. So that's dropped by a bit, so he might be more fair.
Bastion is like very easy to play. Like he has a lot of damage too, and
he's also not incredibly broken though. Doesn't really
he's
have.
not. Yeah,
he's a big bulky hero, you know.
I would say like the character in maybe higher ranks feels a little bit more fair in lower ranks because they don't know how to position correctly. Like he can feel oppressive in some ways, but with the new change, like he was busted before. I'd put him in fucking F tier normally, but I feel like right now he could be in like maybe C tier.
Yeah,
that's my prediction at least for it.
Yeah, he's pretty.
I'd say like C or B.
Yeah, he's pretty easy to play, and like it's not that hard to like play against him.
Yeah. I wouldn't waste a ban on him.
Once you
know?
get his cooldown.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't waste a ban on him as the big thing. Every rank averaged out, I would say he's like C tier. Throw him there. Now, what about McAcidy over here?
McAcidy?
Yeah, McAcidy.
I don't know. I mean, you could just play range with him, but you know, I hate Cassidy. Like, I genuinely, like, every time just get two tapped by Cassidy. I'm like getting flashbacks.
Same.
Yeah.
He's actually pretty broken.
This character's brain dead. I'll be honest. I played this character, and this character's fucking brain dead.
He's definitely lower than Bastion, like 100%.
I think it's
I feel like
it's not that hard to play him, and it's
he doesn't take any skill. I'm gonna like Cassidy.
And it's actually kind of annoying to play against.
Yeah. The way the character is balanced right now is literally just like, yeah, he's a brick in a washing machine. He's just gonna fucking kill you if you're in his proximity. Like, there's no skill. You just spam fucking right click on the tank, roll, spam right click on the tank, pop high noon, spam right click on the tank, flash. He can fucking tank a pulse bomb in high noon for whatever reason and during roll. Like, why? I don't know. Fuck this character. He's going in D tier.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. What about Diva?
I'd say she's on par with Cassidy.
Yep. Put her there.
Yeah. I like the new nerf with her, but like,
she's not hard to play. She's fucking not fair to play against. Like, how can you beat a character that can fly like straight into you, can like suck up your shot and still shooting at you at the same time? That is fucking broken, bro.
Yeah, it's really annoying to play against Diva, and it's not really hard to play as her. Stupid, annoying, fuck this character. I do like the new change, so I'll drop her like slightly. Maybe. What do you think, C or D?
I would even consider
low C, high D.
Putting her. I would even consider putting her in F tier.
Take Zarya into example. Zarya is very powerful, but you can count her bubbles, time your engagement. With Diva, infinite DM, no one cares. Like, no skill. Like, you can't call out a cooldown with Diva, you know, like, oh, no boosters. Oh, like 2 seconds later, oh, there she goes. She has it again.
Yep. Like, she can fly like every 4 seconds.
Yeah. And then her ultimate's
if she closes the distance on you, it's over. You just die.
Yeah. It's hard to use skill to beat a Diva who doesn't require,
that's fair, yeah.
You know,
she can even like push you out of the cover as well.
Yeah.
There's nothing
like,
you can do.
You can definitely showcase some skill expression on this character, but overall this character can just like, you can climb just by abusing her kit, as opposed to like showcasing that you're a better player. Like, you can be a GM Diva, but not a GM tank.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
Genji, how fair do we think Genji is, especially with the new consideration of the new balance change?
Honestly, I'd say he's like in the middle. Like, Genji is that hero that it just depends on you as a player, right? Genji could be either really good or really shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the most part, I feel like if you're getting diffed by a Genji, for the most part, it's kind of a skill issue. Not gonna lie, you know, haha, trademark, you know.
Yeah, he's not that hard to play against, but he's fairly good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely takes.
And he
on
has to
average,
invest his
I think he's an
cooldowns.
average like hero. I think he only becomes overtuned when you have the nano blade. Oh, there is a nano blade. Oh, we're just gonna lose the fight. GG. Nothing can do.
Yeah, that
now.
can be annoying. Don't get me wrong. Blade is a brain dead fucking combo. But overall, I feel like the average Genji player is a higher ranked player. Like if you're a diamond Genji, you might be potentially like 2 to 3 divisions higher.
Yeah.
Like if you're like diamond,
If you're
three,
like
you might be
if you're like
5.
a diamond Genji, you might like struggle.
Yeah, it's
like
it's harder to
killing
get
the-
value out of his kit.
Yeah,
than
killing
other
the
characters.
support and all that stuff.
Yeah,
So he
purely
actually
for mechanical and game sense reasons.
he
but
actually
he
take-
has like skill.
skill. Yeah,
I
I
put
think
him
it's
in
B. Yeah.
B. All right. All right. What do we think about Lob Logs down main, Hanzo?
I mean, RNG hero. Like
RNG
I don't know
hero.
how fair it is to play against the RNG hero. Depends
Yeah.
on your luck, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, he's kind of annoying as shit. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like this character, you can showcase like a little bit of skill expression when it comes to like his vertical mobility, and if you're actually playing at the correct distance, you're not really meant to fucking snipe on this character. As even though people classify him as a sniper, I would argue you're actually supposed to play at like the same distance as like a Cass. But no, the character is like you either carry or you don't, and it's really just fucking annoying.
It just depends on
Like,
like,
he's not-
how many shots you can hit. That's all.
Yeah.
Literally, there's you
I'd
either
say similar to
beam
Bastion.
everybody in the lobby or don't. I would say he's like maybe slightly above Cass. Maybe I'm crazy for that, but like in terms of fairness, well, actually no. Right now,
No,
which is
I
worse
think
right now to play against, a Cass or a Hanzo? Like, which is more annoying?
Cass.
Like, or
Cass
fair
Cass
to
is
play
more.
against?
Cass is more.
If you
annoying.
can be, it's about consistency. A cast can, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're good aim, constantly hit your shots, cast will always be oppressive. Hanzo, if you hit them, you know.
Yeah. So I would say I feel like below Cass,
Yeah.
like, but not below Diva.
Yep.
Gulp.
Junkrat. Fuck
I
this
think he's the
character.
fairest of them all, you know.
Yeah.
The character has some skill expression, but no, fuck this character.
Yeah. No. Fuck this character, bro.
Like, it's definitely a poke meta right now, right? Like, Illari just got buffed, Zen just got buffed, Sigma is, like, still good. It's gonna be a poke meta.
He just like if it's not that good of a Junkrat player, then he's actually not that annoying to play against. But if
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
actually
There's just so
can be
many ways to
like a
play
really
Junkrat.
good
You know, you
Junkrat.
have the spam rat at the back of the map. You have the suicide bomber.
The assassin.
Yeah, but like
Uh,
if he can pull off those like assassin play like consistently,
That's more about
he's-
engagement timing.
Yeah, he's really annoying. He can just one
Yeah,
shot.
but
you.
I mean, he is
Fairly
fair
easy.
to play against, I guess. You know, I like
Yeah,
it's
Just keep it-
Junkrat.
he's
Like it's
less
just his
fair than
hero. You know,
Genji.
he's not
yeah. Just keep a
broken.
distance from him.
Don't play in rooms, right?
I feel-
Don't play in a Junkrat
Yeah.
room.
Just don't play. Just don't fight him like close range.
Just
fight
don't
him
just don't
against-
fight the Junkrat.
like,
and you'll
He's
be
the fucking
fine.
Widowmaker of, like, small corridors.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know.
but outside of that, he's
Yeah,
not that intimidating.
I feel like I would put him in the same tier as Bastion.
An S tier.
Lucio. What do
Yeah.
we think about Lucio in terms of fairness? Fairness to play against. This is gonna be a weird one because high ranks versus low ranks is like it's a very different
Yeah,
thing. And low ranks, you think this character's feeding. High ranks, this character is like carrying just by purely existing with speed boost.
Yeah.
he's actually takes some skill too.
Oh yeah, Lucio is one of the highest skilled characters in the game. Period.
Well, I guess he's
I
like
would argue.
a Genji.
It's just
then.
that speed is annoying as ability. Yeah, he's like Genji. Yeah, no, that's fair. I would say Lucio in fairness is similar to Genji. In some ways. I mean, people will definitely not fucking agree with that.
Well,
but
yeah, I mean,
I
Lucio
agree
just
with that.
depends on. I hate to say it, but he's very team orientated hero.
yeah.
I agree.
May. How fair is May? Play
Bruh.
with and against and all the above.
Like
the tank who is
almost
not
as
a
bad
tank.
as Diva. Almost as bad as Diva.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just fucking
This
brain dead,
character.
man.
Brain
Character
dead
has
hero,
better
brain
fucking
dead
spam than
abilities.
Hanzo. You know what's crazy too is the character has really high skill expression, I'd argue. More so than like I guess the average player might think. But it's just that they can be very oppressive, like in some ways.
Yeah. Well, any hero that's like projectile takes like slightly more skill, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I would agree. It's
or
less
like to be
consistent.
consistent. Yeah, to be consistent, it takes more skill. I have a problem with her wall.
Yeah,
The wall is very
yeah.
oppressive because it just like controls space. Like that's like
the wall is the problem.
it's she can literally cordon off spaces with it. It's like she can isolate targets manually, like just introduce a structure that like literally zones off people.
Oh, I'd
At least
put
for
her
your
in
team,
F,
I mean.
but like above like Diva, more fair than Diva. I personally.
Yeah, I would say, I would definitely say above Diva, but below Cass. Mercy, how fair is this character?
I don't play a lot of Mercy, but like in terms of like fairness, she's pretty easy to play and she's not annoying to play against. That is just what I'm thinking.
Well,
What? I think some
here's my
sometimes, like,
argument.
a Mercy pocket.
She can be
bro.
hyper annoying. Yes, exactly. It's the fact that she is an ability for another player. That shit's annoying. Why did we make an ability a character? Okay, let's get that out of the way. This character is quite literally an ability. This is not a person. This is an ability. Maybe a hot take. I don't care. Fuck this character.
So basically, what you guys said that you have to beat two characters at the same time. That's what you guys think.
Yeah, it's like this character when you're like if you're playing against a Mercy, it doesn't feel like I'm playing against the Mercy player. It feels like I'm playing against the character.
A geek above character. I think she's
like
I think she's fair to play and she's slightly unfair to play against.
I'd rather go into a Mercy pocket cast than a Diva May. Like genuinely.
Yeah.
At least I can shoot them, right? If a Diva like walled off by a May and then DM'd everything, I can't do anything about that.
I feel like she might be an F tier. I think I have to stick to my feeling on this. This character I feel like is F tier.
No, I don't think she's F tier at all.
What do you think, Kenma?
I think she's like either C or D.
So 2 C's and 1 F. That's high D. So the highest of the D tiers.
Yeah. Or low C.
Yeah, or low
I'm putting
C.
high. I'm using my oppressive ability to put highest of D tiers. His character does not get to go higher.
Alright.
Pharah. What do we think about Pharah? I actually like her new movement, like with her one rework. She actually feels like more fair in a way to play against, even though she technically has more movement, just because she doesn't sit the skybox really as much.
Yeah, I actually think she's quite like a fair hero to play against. I think she's probably like A. I don't think she's like busted. She's not broken. You know, if you are struggling against a Pharah, that's like that is like that's your skill issue, bro. Like it genuinely is. Like Pharah isn't a bad hero, like a broken hero.
In consideration with everything, even with a Mercy Pocket, although Mercy Pocket it might drop her down like a tier, right? But
but individually,
even with that consideration, individual solo queue Pharah in consideration, playing as it feels pretty fair because your gun does a lot of damage. Don't get me wrong, and she does have decent movement, but it's projectile, and you can't put yourself in open space. You actually have to position correctly, otherwise you get punished pretty easily.
Yes.
So like you don't get to int for kills and int for value. So. Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, for average rank, I don't think that Pharah can get a lot of value. I agree with Sophia on putting her on A tier.
No, I mean, true. Alright, we're putting her in A. Alright, Reaper. How fair do we think Reaper is?
I think he's a strong hero.
He's a strong hero. His kit is not that hard to understand. Like,
I don't think he's fair.
Yeah, but I don't think that he's fair.
No, I don't think Reaper's fair. I think Reaper think about it. His cooldowns, he's got lifesteal, he can 2-tap you. It's so easy to close a distance on Reaper. He can TP onto you, right?
Yeah,
he can get out.
He can get out.
I would say like comparative to other like flankers and distractors, because my thought was like his kit with how it's designed, like for like and how the season currently is, I wouldn't say he's the most unfair character. Like, if you force his cooldowns in certain aspects and he gets his engagements wrong, like even if he's playing like perfectly, like that's in accordance with him reading his team, right? And if his team isn't playing like to optimal performance, like, and he's engaging, like, he's not going to get as much value as opposed to like some characters which can like solo carry no matter what's going on. I wouldn't say a Reaper solo carries as much as some others, no matter what's going on.
I don't know.
He's really, he's like a game sense timing hero, right?
I think now you have to see a lot. There's a lot of people who are playing Reaper now. I don't think Reaper takes a lot of skill. His like, I think Reaper's less rare than Cassidy, to be honest.
I was gonna say C tier personally for like how I think about the character.
I don't know. I say D.
I would say D too.
2 Ds and a C.
I think he's more fair than Mercy. And
more fair than Mercy.
And I think he's above Hanzo as well.
So you think he's like
with Cass? I don't.
right here.
I'm not sure.
I thought C. Sophia thought below Cass, and you were thinking above. So I feel like this is where it averages out, right?
Yeah.
All right. Reinhardt. My main, my beloved. No, this character's not fair. This character.
Bro,
I don't care. This character's not fair.
Like every time we talk about Reinhardt,
I'm not even gonna say a single word here. Entro, you got this.
No. You guys get to say. Because I have bias because this character is like, it's easy to play in lower ranks, and in higher ranks it can like be a little bit difficult. But if you just have like some game sense and don't int your like armor health and utilize your shield to zone off players, I don't know. He just kind of gets free value. Well, you guys would know more too, because like I don't play against Reinhardt as much as I play as Reinhardt. He feels unfair to play as sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. But what do you guys think to play against? Like, if you have a Reinhardt on your team, does that feel like ass? Does that feel fine?
I feel fine, actually.
I feel fine, yeah. I mean, I play Bap. I like it. I like hook tags, roll anything.
I'm fine with having him on my
like
team,
Ren.
and I feel fine when I play against him as well.
I'll put him in C.
A run.
I'll put him in
I think
B.
he's like a Junkrat, the Junkrat of tanks.
Oh wait, no, yeah.
I could see that. I would argue he's the fucking Mercy of tanks. All right, so F tier next. So what do we think about Sojourn?
I don't like tanks that can one shot. I just don't like.
Yeah,
isn't it like
same.
We got the Widow of Tank over here, but more oppressive somehow.
But he's not that hard to play against.
He's not hard to play against, but he feels unfair when he's getting a lot of value. Like, yes. I don't know. He's just like... Again, this is about fairness, right? Does he feel unfair to play as, play against, play with on your team? I feel like if I have a Roadhog on my team and he's getting counter-swapped, I don't have much that I can do aside from go Kiriko, right? I feel like this character's worse than Cass. I don't know. I would argue... like I feel like this character's like in F. Like, unironically, I feel like this character's in F. Lowest of the low. Even worse than Diva.
Nah, I don't think there's... I don't think there's anything worse than Diva. But I do think he's in D. Because I'm thinking now, I don't think I've ever lost a game with a Roadhog because they count. I mean, even when they counter Roadhog, they go Ana or Zen or anything like that. Mm-hmm. We've never lost because, he keeps getting antied. It's never that. It's always he goes in without your team and dies. It's always that case. It's never that he's actually getting countered.
Yeah, it's just the Hog is just hard
to
take space than other tank. That's it.
I don't know. You would say D, I say like F. What do you think, Kunma?
I say it's not F. Anywhere not F. If Diva close distance on me, then I can't do anything. But if Hog close distance on me, I can sleep him. You know?
I at least sleep him. I can. Yeah, it's very.
You can
see.
Bap, you can just
Roadhog
like
isn't a mobile
jump
hero.
over
You can see him coming.
Yeah, you can see.
Yeah,
you can definitely see him coming, and you just rotate
I don't know with that new vape perk.
And you can like even if I play
like,
Zen,
Lucio
I can
speed vape perk. Roadhog
I can
is dying
sometimes like
now.
dodge his hook just with my movement.
Yeah, you can definitely dodge his hook. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, you can
like,
dodge bait. Yeah, but you know, sometimes I mean, it's just on such a short cooldown.
To me, he feels like the Widowmaker of tank.
I guess so. Yeah.
I guess so.
All right, so D tier, lowest of the low. Soldier 76, Soldier 6'7".
Okay.
But I don't know. I feel like this character's fair.
Yeah,
I feel like he's a very fair character.
Yeah,
he's fair. He's fair. He's pretty annoying to play against when he play like on his own. You know.
He does have
like
a lot of movement.
If he stay on the off angle like 24/7 and he just not die.
Yeah, he's like a little mosquito, you know. He's really annoying, but effectiveness depends.
Yeah, it depends.
I don't know. I feel like putting her in a similar tier to Pharah is a valid thing. What do you think, Enma?
I think he's like somewhere in D.
D tier.
I'd put him in A.
I would also put him, like, relative to this list and how we've gone about it so far, I think A is fair.
No,
I mean, we could drop it to B, I guess.
You're
putting it in D. You'll stick with D, we both stick with A, let's drop it to B. Now, above Genji...
Yeah, that's very, very lowest to B.
Genji.
Like, because Kama put D.
Yeah, because the difference is so... Yeah. Alright, that's fair. Symmetra, okay, I don't... So, Torb. What do we think about Sim?
I do think that it's like based on that map that has a lot of choke. She's pretty strong.
She is. Her turrets are not like that. Like, they are annoying, but like that's not my main concern with her. My main concern is her TP has like, it feels like the same health as a fortified Orisa, even with like the new like change. Beam is annoying as shit and does a shitload of damage. Charge your beam off shields. Fucking right click does a shitload of damage, even with the new change. Like, it's still a shitload of damage. You can reposition your team. Like, you basically can like in some ways take control if you're calming, which will feel unfair to play against in higher ranks.
Yeah.
More so.
And not even in like higher ranks. Like,
ranks.
so you can get away with so much bullshit in lower ranks with Sim. It's actually insane.
Yeah.
And like the lower rank you go, the more oppressive Sim will feel because no one will shoot her turrets. No one will.
That is true. Yeah.
Think, oh, they're about to TP. You know, TP bombs work in lower ranks.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, you TP bomb on Sim and have any modicum of like understanding for how the game works, like you are doing a lot. And
I'd personally
that's
put her in
rather
C.
annoying.
I think.
I would agree. All right, Torbjorn. What do we think about
He's got C.
Mini Reinhardt?
C. Just like C. There's nothing much to Torb. He's just mid.
I don't have many problems playing against Torb.
I mean, we don't. Okay, we also don't play the heroes that Torb is like the best against. We don't like. I mean,
Tracer.
I mean, you play Venture Kenma, but Tracer. Yeah, Tracer.
No, but like you can't.
I know.
Genji.
You can't just destroy the turret before.
Yeah.
You
Oh yeah.
Not if you're a Tracer as much. You can't poke out the turret coming from somebody who one-tricked
you have to. I've had so many Tracers in my game ask in VC, can someone please destroy this turret? Like, it's genuinely very rough for them. So when I think about
you have
to
like commit some of the ability to destroy it.
And you have to rely on your team, so that's annoying.
And now with the perk that you can just put it on the wall, is actually harder to.
Oh yeah, the wall fucking thing. Yeah, no, that's annoying. Also, like, here's my thing. I feel like he's below Reaper just by 1. And my reasoning for this is, if I'm playing against a Reaper, I at least feel like I'm playing against somebody who understands like timing of things, like has some modicum of understanding for the game, right? You have to have like some game sense. Torb, have you ever watched Sylvok play Torb? I don't think he's like present.
Yeah.
I don't think he's there.
Isn't he high half the time?
Yes,
yeah.
He's high half the time. So point made. We're putting him in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Tracer, how fun, or not fun actually, this is not the fun list, this is the fair list. How fair is Tracer right now to you guys? because I have my own opinions, but
honestly, this season Tracer is pretty meh. She's pretty weak.
Tracer's kind of dog shit this season.
She's not the best right now, but I still think she's strong. She's not as strong as she used to be.
Yeah.
Actually, I think Tracer's pretty fair. As like, just we've all had our fair share. We've all played Tracer at one point during our Overwatch times, and I never feel like I'm dominating too much. When they switched to Cassidy, it was a slight issue.
Yeah.
That nade, boom.
I feel like when I'm playing a Tracer, I feel like I'm playing somebody that represents that rank on DPS. Does that make sense? Yeah. Like, this is a GM DPS. This is not a GM, like, I don't know, what a Mercy player. You know what I mean? So I think, in my opinion, I'm thinking S.
Yeah. This season alone, yeah. She's kind of...
Yeah. Now, to play as, she feels like shit, but, like, playing against and playing,
like if you are
playing
GM,
with...
If you're a GM Tracer this season, then you actually belong in that rank.
I think Tracer's a fair hero to play with and against.
This character isn't an Overwatch character, so we can't put her on the list.
Oh,
don't even need to like talk about this hero.
Yeah.
All right, Winston.
Just put her. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I think that's fair. I don't think anybody needs a discussion here. Fuck Widow. Winston. I think this might be another example of an S tier character, but let's have a discussion.
Winston's good at like his bubble is hella strong. Just isolating people off with his bubble. Very,
Oh yeah.
But the thing is, he doesn't like. His damage isn't very strong, right? So you do have the opportunity to fight back or heal yourself, take cover, all of that. If it's a very good monkey player, he can feel very, very strong. So
this is like game sense the character in the sense that like if you are an intelligent player and like or tank player, you can tell if somebody's a GM tank, right? As opposed to who's playing Winston or like off-rolling or not off-rolling, playing a different character than what they normally play and playing Winston, right? It's going to showcase their understanding of how to time engagements, how to force resources correctly. Like, because everything needs to be like at max efficiency when it comes to this character. Because you have to utilize that one strong cooldown you have to the most efficacy, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But if you don't, you're not getting value necessarily.
And, you kind of like have to, not go in. Like he has to like not taking too much damage before to go into.
Yeah, because that's how you counter a dive character in general. Is you have to poke them out before they're able to engage.
And most of the time that you can see him coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you struggle against a monkey, you're genuinely just not shooting him enough.
And for the most part. Although if you're not shooting him, then your team, or there's trade-offs. Like a good Winston will understand how to leverage his team.
As a support, if you're struggling against a monkey, just shoot him before he engages, and he doesn't feel powerful.
Yeah, and when he look at you, there's like 80% chance he's gonna jump on you. Yeah. So you just rotate out of the way before.
I think below Tracer, just because I think Winston's bubble is very strong, and I think his primal is very strong. I think he can survive for longer than he should, be able to. I've seen monkeys get away with some crazy shit.
Yeah.
That's fair. All right. Zarya. How fair does Zarya feel to play with, play against, and play as, all in consideration?
It honestly just depends on you as a player. How, because Zarya, you basically enable Zarya. You give her the power. Literally, you charge her, right? And
you can bait her bubble. Like, you feel like you can interact with the character to the extent like you can force bubble, right? Or you can burst her down. That's not always the case. And like on average, I would say lower ranks like feel the oppression of Zarya more than the higher ranks. because they don't know how to not charge bubble and they don't know how to rotate. But in higher ranks, it doesn't really.
I
feel
still
oppressive.
think that Zarya is good,
but like still oppressive right now. But
still,
on average,
I think that Zarya is good, like across the board. Even
she is good across the board.
She's
in high rank, she's good.
Picks,
in low rank, she's good.
I mean,
in lower rank, she's oppressive. I would say though, in some ways.
I think
she's
Zarya
one of the most
is as
banned
good
characters.
as Zarya is as good as how bad the enemy is. You know.
To an extent, yeah. That's a factor.
Even if the enemy team is good, she can still get a lot of value.
Yeah, like Zarya is like, but like that means you also have to rely on your own team to be fairly decent, right? You can, like, for me, what annoys me most about Zarya is that she can bubble like her teammates, right? You have that 1 HP person, and then he gets fucking bubbled. And then you die. I'd put her in C.
She has to be on D.
I'd say she's more fair than Junkrat. That's where I put her in the middle C.
I could see that. With Kenma's like favoring towards it though, I think she ends up right here. With all of us averaged out. Above Reaper, but below Sim. Interesting.
Yeah, that's fine.
She's like bottom of C. Zen. How fair? Okay, this season, can we just like get this out of the way? He's gonna be busted just because of the 30% Discord. That's gross.
Yeah. But the thing is, when I first played Overwatch, I didn't think Zen was good. I thought his heals were shit. When Zen can pretty much match like your other support's heals. Like I've seen a lot of Zens who have like pretty similar healing numbers compared to like the other support.
Because of the major perk, he can like double orb.
Yeah.
He can fly now. A good Zen will absolutely like fuck a lobby. I will say that he can take over a lobby. Just he has solo carry potential, and I don't think right now. I think he can be balanced really well. I think he has one of the best like character designs in the game. Like that can be balanced, but right now I don't think it's done right, and I think he's a bit oppressive. Like not as oppressive as other characters, but I think he is a bit oppressive. This is a weird one. I feel like he's in the C tier, but high C tier. Like here.
No, he's definitely higher.
I think he's more fair? You think Zen is fair?
Yeah.
I think I don't think the fact that you don't need to do shit on Zen, all you need to do is Discord like the tank, and that you provide value just by having a Discord, you know?
Yeah. That is true. Like you can get default value off of that, which is an issue because it's not like a normal cooldown.
Yeah, which is why I like
only
Zen's,
cooldown
you know?
based off of an individual character.
Yeah, but like you have to time it though, because it's very.
It's a 7-second cooldown. It's not like there's.
Yeah, with the buff, I feel like he's right here. Now I feel like he has the potential to be an S.
Yes, that's what I think.
But he is not an S right now.
And Kem is low bias too, because he's a Zen player. So.
Yeah.
But
here's the thing. I haven't played with the 30% Discord.
But I guess that's fair with the Discord buff. Then yeah, he's actually can.
Low-key with the Discord, I put him here.
He could just like time his Discord on the tank. Just keep the Discord on the tank, and yeah, you pretty much.
Which is an issue.
Carry the game.
Ana.
Banana.
I fucking hate her 150 damage perk. I like the perk from a design standpoint. I don't like that it does more damage than Ashe.
As a support player, I'm aware of how an Ana can affect my team. I mean, as an OTP, well, kind of. I don't. At least on my main, I don't switch off. Like I don't go Kiri if there's an Ana. So I know how I know how oppressive it can feel when even though a simple switch, I know like how powerful Ana can be for especially like not even tanking. If she gets like a nade on the back line, and there's like I don't know, there's one flanker like cooked.
Yeah, she can output a lot of value.
Yeah.
However, one Kiriko Suzu and it's done relatively speaking, not always. Don't get me wrong, because like an Ana can just time the Suzu. Although Suzu's on a shorter cooldown, so it's kind of
even if you bait Suzu on Kiriko, that is already a value.
Yeah. If you get Suzu out,
in consideration with everything, she's... I don't know, I think she might be around here.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, she's kind of fair over there.
All right. The hardest character to categorize as fair in this game, because I feel like we have to consider whether this character is actually fair versus feeling fair. Feeling fair, she would be F tier, but actually fair.
I mean, I don't
you know
have
what I
issues
mean?
against Sombras.
That's exactly. I feel like higher ranks you don't at all. Like, this is a character that, like, they have to time their engagement properly to get value. Now, it's burst value, which kind of feels like shit in a weird way, where it's like when they're getting value, it can feel oppressive, but they have to know what they're doing. Like, this character has, like, similar skill expression, takes similar skill to Tracer.
No, she actually kind of.
I was playing against the Sombra, a couple days ago, and all she was doing was just flanking, being in the back line, and I thought, wow, she's really, like, annoying. Like, she's, like, distracting me. I'm like, wait, she's distracting me. Like, that's actually on me. Like, she's not actually, like, doing anything no meaningful damage. She's not baiting my cooldown. She's just forcing me to look away, but that's on me. Like, I can just shoot her once and then she goes away, right? If I give her time, she has more value. You know, I'm giving her value.
You can distract very easy on Sombra.
But you have to get your timing very right. So, in consideration with all that, I think feeling, it would be F. But in actuality, definitely above or B or above, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'd put her in B, definitely.
Yeah, B.
Orisa. This one's gonna be a weird one. This character, I feel like, has, like, also a really bad rep. But I don't think she's that bad right now, to be honest, at all.
No, I think she's... I think she's very strong until a certain point. You know, you can only go so high. You know, there's, like, a limit to how strong she can feel.
And also,
playing against...
Orisa has, like, been dropped a lot of the season. I don't see, like, a lot of Orisa in my game.
Yeah, I'd argue she's pretty damn fair right now.
Yeah, I thought she's not, like, a super strong hero. She has, like, sustain. Yeah, but she has sustain, but she can't, like, I don't know. Obviously, she can carry your games and, like, kill everyone, but, you know, on average, she won't really.
She's pretty fair to play, and she's pretty fair to play against.
Okay, well, I put Orisa in A.
Same.
In A tier?
Yeah.
Doomfist. How fair is
Just put him in an F, bro.
Just put him in B in the feeders rank.
It really is the feeders rank. Wait, it actually is. I think I agree with that. I think I agree with B tier, because, like, he did get some nerfs just now, right? Now, like, are they, like, so insane? No, because, like, how long is a Doomfist holding on for Empowered Punch for 20 seconds? It's not very often. If you're constantly playing distance, like characters that can, like, sustain, relatively speaking, on their own and playing distance and playing angles, Doomfist kind of suffers sort of a similar problem to Reinhardt, where Doomfist, like, can deal with clumped groups, but he can't deal with, like, everybody on it, like, doing their thing.
No, he's still pretty brain dead to play.
He's brain dead in, like, high ranks, but in lower ranks, he can feel brain dead to play against. You know, where it's like, this character's just punch botting me, but it's also like you can deal with him, but he's also like a solo
similar to
carry.
Zarya in that sense, you know.
Yeah.
I do think Doom is, like, one of the worst tanks to go, like up against as like a good Doom. I mean, you know.
Yeah, because they will showcase that they are that rank for a reason.
Yeah.
He's a weird one. I feel like B tier is, like, right, like, below. I feel like right here is fair for him. I don't think we can. I don't think we have a conversation about this fuck-ass character. This character's brain rot.
But, like, yeah, she's easy. She's like, you know, but she doesn't have burst damage, which I think will put her up a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. It's one of she's a weird character. Like, all right, game design, she would go in F tier, but fair, she's relatively speaking kind of fair. In lower rank,
I
she
think Moira's
definitely can be oppressive.
Fair, I think.
Yeah, Moira's pretty fair.
Currently,
this season.
I feel like I would put her like here. There's not much to her. She just distracts. However, you can be brain dead and pick this character and it feels unfair. Like, she's not the worst. She's definitely not the best. She's like in the lower echelon. I don't know. I feel like right around here is perfect.
Yeah, she's just
in
mid.
my opinion. Brig, also kind of a weird character.
I think Brig is also the same.
Same as Moira, to be honest.
Yeah, to be honest.
You think?
Yeah, she doesn't require like that skill.
She requires game sense for sure. I would argue she requires a good chunk of game sense. Now, don't get me wrong, you can stay at the back of the map and just like poke your fucking whip shot.
Have you seen pro or like high rank Brig players? All they do is sit at the back, whip shot. Yeah. That's it.
The gameplay is
all they do.
It's
brain dead. Like legit brain dead gameplay from Brig.
You need to do is just trigger your inspire.
Yeah, like legit, you don't even have to like play, like do anything. You just have to stay alive in the back, and that's it. And just hit your whip. Like the only skill you need is to be able to aim your whip.
I can definitely see that. It's so weird. I don't feel that like, at least as somebody who plays tank. Obviously, I main Reinhardt, but like, she does not feel oppressive to me. Well, and I've played other roles too. I've played other characters like to higher ranks, but like,
in
the past she's been the most oppressive character.
Yeah, picture yourself as a Tracer or any dive hero.
If I'm playing Tracer for the most part, it's not too bad. Like, it can be annoying. It just takes longer, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
like,
it just takes longer.
She forces the fight to take longer. Yeah, but it also doesn't feel so. Exactly. But that's all it feels like. It doesn't feel like she's.
You can
bursting.
still beat her in 1v1.
Yeah, I can definitely beat her.
Just put her on C, bro. She's the same as Moira.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I would put her like right here. Oh, fucking weird ass character to fucking. Actually, no. With his new adaptive shields perk, no. Fuck this character.
Yeah.
Stat farmer. Useless rodent, annoying thing, burn it.
And then on higher ranks, free value, doesn't have to output a lot of skill expression to get the same value, although has one of the highest, I would argue the highest skill expression in the game, but you don't have to put that much skill expression into getting very similar value.
Yeah, the only thing about Bull is that you do technically rely on your team a little bit to capitalize on what you're doing, and if your team can't see that, the game is a lot harder. If you can't recognize,
but
my
that just
ball's
feels
going
unfair
in,
to your team.
Yeah, like my ball's going in, and like he's about to like pile drive or like whatever, or like the little jumpy thing and boop him in the air.
Yeah.
But like if your teammate has
the
hand,
ball is like so strong.
Yeah. Just have hand, bro.
I do think he needs like remote amount. I do think he needs skill though. At least to get
yeah, no, the character is incredibly, like, he has, I would argue, probably the highest skill expression in the game. Might sound crazy, but I would say he probably has, like, the highest skill expression in the game. However, his value floor, after you surpass his, like, issues, is pretty fucking low. It's, like, a bit higher than Roadhog's. To play as he feels fair.
Just put him in the feeder,
until he's not.
Rank, then. Put him in the feeder tier.
Feeder tier.
What do you...
The feeder tier. I'd be okay with putting Bull
this really
in
is the fucking feeder. Now, do we think he's higher or lower than Doomfist? Which feels more fair to play against, a Bull or a Doom?
Bull. 100%, yeah.
Bull feels
yeah, I think if my teammates charge Doom and I die for it, that's just not fair.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Although adaptive shields is fucking stupid. Alright, Ashe with the new change. Ashe is a weird character, but not like that. I think with the new changes...
Ashe is pretty strong this season.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they just nerfed her, though.
She's not a hero that plays itself.
No, but like, Dynamite does get a lot of value for quote-unquote
but
free.
you need to time that right. You need to hit it, well, you don't technically hit the Dynamite, but, with the perk, but you do need to time it right, choose who you're going to Dynamite, it's up to you if you want to get value with your dynamite or not.
Yeah. I feel like Ashe can definitely be balanced, and like from a design standpoint, she's well designed and can be worked around to get her up to here. In her current state, with the nerf in consideration,
I think she's somewhere in
I feel
tier.
Yeah, I feel like she might be in like lowest of B.
I'd say A. I think she's pretty fair.
You think she's
this
fair?
is her
She's
solo.
pretty
This is her solo. No mercy pocket.
What do you guys think right there?
I think it's B. It's up to you.
She definitely can be up here, but right now, even with the fall changes, but the fact that it's a poke meta and Zen just got buffed, she's got like, there's a lot of interactions going on right now on average, and I think this is where she ends up. Baptiste.
I think C, just because Bap has very long cooldown. Like the time, like it's a very long cooldown, especially compared to every other like support. His cooldowns are like one of the longest.
Yeah,
and, especially
that is true.
compared to Kiriko, you think Suzu should be on like a longer cooldown than Lamp, but whatever.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like he's right here.
Like people like don't play Bap that much, but he is like a reliable pick. It's like even in
he definitely is very
CS,
reliable.
right? You still like
Yeah.
he's not like the best.
Although we
he's
aren't
broken
considering
support.
that.
Yeah, but like
He's just like consistent.
I'm pretty like happy every time I have a BAP on my team. No complaints.
Yeah, I'm never upset that somebody put Bap on my team. I'm rarely, if ever, asking a Baptiste to swap characters.
I've been asked to swap a lot. Dive.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Bap
true.
is terrible
'Cause
into
dive.
dive. Yeah.
I forgot about that. That's true too. So he does have weaknesses to an extent as well, but it's also like
Terrible into and with dive. You're playing Monkey, Doom, even Diva. Like it's very hard to heal. And keep up with these. Yeah.
Sigma right now is fucking broken. However, on average, Sigma is kind of like
He's pretty
He's
brain
not
dead
like-
this season.
this season he's
Yeah.
brain dead, but it's weird. He's not as brain dead as Ram was when he was broken. I'll put that out there. If you remember that during season 17 when Hazard, fucking Orisa, and Ram all had the armor bug. Like, Ram was disgusting. Quite literally just broken as shit. Now, Sigma, when he's broken right now at least, it's less so. However, he's not sustaining the fight and being unkillable. He's killing everything. If that makes sense.
I'd
It's
honestly
kinda
put him in
weird.
D. I think Sigma's a very, very strong tank.
He's very strong, especially right now.
Yeah, like I
I
think
feel
his,
like I would put him-
his his
Yeah, he's
shield,
somewhere
his
in
his
D.
grasp, everything's like
He's
very
above
good about
Hog.
Sigma.
Yeah.
I think right here.
It's pretty hard to kill a Sigma, and he's pretty oppressive with his damage right now.
Echo. Huh. Very high skill ceiling character, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think Echo's like very, very fair.
Yeah. Some people don't agree with that. Like, I know some people will say like she's fucking brain rot easy, just gets free value in terms of like echo beam and just like a ton of damage and a ton of mobility, but it's also like you have to utilize it correctly. You have to position in a way that puts yourself in danger.
It
Like,
takes skill to even like hit like stickies,
yeah, and her kit is spread out where if you drop one aspect of her kit, it becomes very hard to like justify, in a sense. Like, it shows a skill expression, if that makes sense. Like, you drop off a fucking hog hook, he's brain dead. I think I made that thing before. But Echo, you drop off like stickies or beam, it's like
I put her in A, to be honest.
Yep. She's
Yeah.
literally like, I think she's the same
I
as
put her
Pharah.
right. I would put her in fairness. I would say
I think
can't decide,
she's
honestly.
slightly harder to play against than Pharah.
slightly hard to play her against, but which one also has more skill
I think she's above
too,
Pharah. I think she, I think because Pharah's more spam.
Yeah.
True.
Oh.
Yeah, Echo is kind of like an assassin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's also takes more game sense to the extent where you're not like, you can poke a little bit as her, but like it's more engagement timing, right? You have to understand more about the game and have mechanics.
Sojourn.
All right, Sojourn.
She's kind of brain dead, actually.
She really has a very simple character loop. Like, don't get me wrong, you have to hit your shots, but like, she's kind of like Widowmaker with movement.
Yeah, she's just like
to some
slightly
extent
less annoying than her.
Yeah, I think her E
Like-
is very like underlooked. I don't know. I don't think people
That's
realize
true.
how strong her E, like her what's it, disruptor shot. What was it
Yeah.
called?
Yeah, it's disruption shot. Yeah, disruptor. I agree.
I think that's very
She's a very
strong.
simple kit. She plays like with her team, farms rail, like slides to an off angle, takes a shot, zones off like an angle she's not currently shooting at with disruptor, or like into a lane where they're
just
like trying to
zone
back
out
up to.
people
That's it.
and just farm her right click.
Yep. Like, if you're not hitting shots on her, yeah, you're not really getting value. But, like, you're getting the shots pretty consistently. Like, you can get a feel for it. Her kit's sort of spread out, but each part is kind of, like, weird. There's a lot invested into that rail. I would say, in my opinion, I think she goes right here.
Yeah.
Junker Queen. And higher rank, she's a little brain dead in some ways, but like not so brain dead. Like she definitely takes skill, don't get me wrong. I just notice a lot of people will say like this character is kind of brain dead in terms of sustain aspects because people actually know how to play corners, but I think that's a higher rank problem, not a lower
Yeah,
rank
that's just the
problem.
high rank problem.
Because her kit is spread out. She's like Hog if Hog was designed well. She is fucking, well, Junker Queen is basically Road Hag.
Bro.
If you think about it.
I put her in B. I think because she gets value. She can get a hell of a lot of value, but you do need skill to get that value. You know, she can be very aggressive, but you need skill to reach that level, right? Like
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Here or here?
above Lucio.
Above.
Above Lucio? Alright. Kiriko. I feel like she's fucking F tier.
Yep.
Yeah,
Brain dead
I don't.
character.
Yeah, brain dead. Like just stupid. No need aim to heal.
She's
Like-
the most pick support in the game, but also has a low win rate. But I would argue the low win rate is because, like, when you play Kiriko, you don't know how to play the game. She feels unfair because you're not even playing the same game, really. Like, yeah, there's like, yeah, you flank and TP out, but like, what other character can you TP across the fucking map after forcing cooldowns with an ability that, or like, one of the most consistent damage, like, primary weapons in the game? Not even considering like in terms of like just support.
Yeah.
She's brain dead in like every aspect. You can get value like when you play like behind your teammate and just heal botting and just spamming shot from far away. She can get value to when you do the flanking style. Just
Yeah, which is how you're supposed to play her more so is by like that off angle pressure, but like
she's
low ranks
also
will play,
brain
like,
dead
backline.
if you want to just pocket the dive tank, you know.
Yeah. Although I will say, playing her correctly, she's the most brain dead in a weird way. Like she's brain dead in the other two, but she's not getting as
literally
much
brain
value.
dead
She
in
doesn't feel as oppressive.
Every
But when you
aspect.
play her correctly, gross. So I would say, I think right here.
Yep.
Ooh, this fuck-ass character. Ramattra. Oh, one of the best, like, fucking, like in terms of,
I
like,
think
story-wise and all that shit, love that character. That's crazy. I would put him, like, in terms of, like, fairness and shit, I would argue this character has some of the lowest, like, entry-level skill. Like, he might be below Reinhardt in terms of, like, entry level. He's very linear. he's very entry level when it comes to like his like skill floor. He's not very skillful of a character. However, fairness right now, I would say he's higher up. Now,
I think he's A. I've convinced myself to think he's A. You know, I don't think he's very strong either.
He's not. Yeah, he's
right
not
now
really strong to play against either.
Yeah, right now he's not very strong. I will say the character design is shit in terms of like how the character works, just because really low skill floor and value ceiling's pretty decently high relative to that skill floor.
I think he's somewhere in C tier. Like below Reinhardt.
In consideration with these other characters, like how fair it feels to play with, play against, I put him right here. LifeWeaver, I think, is the most annoying character in the game.
Why?
I'd put him in D.
I put him in D.
Here's my thing with LifeWeaver is I don't feel like I'm fighting a LifeWeaver for the most part. I feel like I'm fighting an ability.
Yeah, the same issue with Mercy.
As Mercy, yeah. I'm not fighting the character. I'm fighting a cooldown.
Exactly.
Which is so fucked. I hate that. I want to fight the person, not the character.
Like even if like a good LifeWeaver, I don't think that he requires like skill to play.
Like he requires game sense, don't get me wrong. He requires intelligence to the aspect of you have to know when to pull people out and not fuck up. But once you get a few like key principles down of like when you should be pulling people out and aren't positioning like kind of brain rot, he kind of like he has a ton of HP. He does really good damage now up close. Like when he needs to, he has good burst damage, quote unquote. Like burst damage to the effect of like if you're close range and he needs to fight, he can fight you off. I would say above Mercy, but below Torb. Illari.
As character, just move on.
Yeah, like her pylon's annoying. I think she's fundamentally flawed as a character in terms of game design, but I don't really feel like it doesn't really feel unfair to play into Illari or Illari.
She's annoying. That's all she is.
Annoying.
She's annoying.
Yeah,
she is annoying, but I don't think she's like.
She has the same damage as Ashe. Okay, but DPS.
She also has the same damage as Kiriko, but on a lower.
But she's a hit scan. That's the point.
I don't know.
It's
think
so much easier to hit shot with Illari.
I'd put her like in D above Reaper. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get a lot of free value if you just hit your shots and rotate accordingly, but it also doesn't really feel so oppressive to the extent like. Well, I mean, you guys play like.
Yeah, you can hold an angle by yourself as Illari. That just speaks for itself.
Yep.
That is true. Yeah. Weird character. Oh, Mauga is such a fucking weird character. This is again game design issue.
S tier. No way.
This character does not feel fair to play with if you ban accordingly, and it does not feel fair to play against either if you're dominating him or not. He's a very switch
that means.
You know what that means.
Put him in B.
Yep. When in doubt.
Yes, he is B. He's the lowest of B.
Like he's just Mauga, right?
He's just Mauga.
Like can be very good. But Hani on Mauga, holy.
True. How do we feel about? Oh yeah, you can definitely see some skill discrepancy.
Yeah, there's like some like game sense to Mauga when you want to use.
No, I would argue that he's
your cardiac and whatever.
He's just brain dead, you know.
He is.
If you slam someone,
if
you slam someone like on the back line,
they're dead.
You guarantee getting. Yeah, they're dead, for sure.
And he has immunity during it. It's a weird.
It's just
character.
hard. It's just harder to slam
tank.
It's just harder to slam someone than like just fly straight to them on D.Va.
Also, but if you're slamming into the back line, you're probably gonna die yourself.
Yeah,
especially
he has to end. He has to end.
Yeah, you have to int to do that. So
Yeah.
is that getting value? I don't know. I'd rather have my tank alive than
For the most part, when you're playing, one person, he's a character like he can force cooldowns if you know what you're doing, and it's relatively easy, but you have to have some game sense to know to even do that in the first place. Venture. This is also like
F.
I don't know.
Literally
I don't
F.
know.
Just move on.
They just nerfed her, or nerfed them, I should say. Sorry, apologies.
No, it's the drill dash, like that thing nerf. It's not that big of a deal. He's honestly like very fucking brain dead. I mean, you can literally just close the distance on you without getting like any consequences, just by being underground. That's just like as brain dead as it is.
It's a weird one. What do you think, Sophia? You both play support
He gets
too,
value,
so you would know more.
like even when he's feeding. That's show how brain dead he is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Get cancelled. Fucking execute this man.
It's a weird character. I don't know. What do you think,
Venture.
Sophia?
Fuck Venture players. No offense,
fuck Venture player.
Stupid fucking hero. Gets a HP by not even hitting a cooldown, right? You don't even have to
not
hit the
as much anymore.
You just dash. You just dash and get HP. Stupid hero. Fuck that hero. Fuck Venture.
Fuck that hero.
Ban Venture.
Ban Venture every game.
I feel like right here is fair. Juno. Now that she has crit on headshot, consider that.
I generally don't really feel the crit. It's like
yeah, generally.
Like I don't know. It's like slightly more, like maybe 1k more, but it's not like it's 1k more like Moira damage. You know, it's not. It's just stat. It's not elimination.
To an extent, however, she still has some of the best cooldowns in the game. Brain rot when it comes to her torpedoes. She has speed boost, which is always like a topic of discussion.
Yeah, but I'm talking about her crit, not her.
Oh no! Oh yeah.
Basically,
I'm just thinking of that in consideration in combo of that.
Basically, you fight her, you fight a cooldown.
Yeah, you're not really fighting a Juno. She has a high skill floor, but like her skill ceiling's like almost right after her skill floor. She's very compressed. It's So
you can put her somewhere in C tier.
C, you think? Yeah. I think right here.
Yeah.
Hazard.
Hazard is branded to an extent.
To an extent, but he also has a high ass skill ceiling.
Yeah, I think he's
he's like jack of all trades.
If you compare to a ball, he's slightly less.
Yeah, he's less aids than a ball. At least right now. When he first released and things like he was pretty fucking broken, but I think we put him in feeder tier.
Yeah.
What do you think, Sophia?
When Hazard first came out, hated him. He's not that much of a problem now, but it's the skill in doing the combo with the wall that can pretty much one shot you. I mean, I guess it's fair. It's not that fair because it doesn't require that much skill that
Exactly.
Like a Doom. Yeah, he's kind of like Doom.
He's kind of like Doom.
Yeah.
I think he's slightly above Doom because it takes more resources to enable that. Like Doomfist, you just get empowered punch and then kill them. Hazard, you have to invest wall, utilize it at the right point, and you have to utilize your leap slash and shoot. Not saying that's necessarily hard. I'm saying you just have to invest more resources to do it. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Freya with the new, I think technically buff. Yeah, it was a buff that they just did. Slight buff, more consistent, and her impact damage on her charge shot does slightly more. What do you think about Freya?
Put her similar to Sojourn. She's
yeah.
She's she has insane damage.
Yeah.
She's
got
pretty
very
annoying
good
to
mobility
play.
as well.
Yeah, she's pretty annoying to play.
Yeah.
Against.
She has good uptime mobility, and she plays at a distance. Why does she both have mobility, play at a distance, and play at a distance? You know what I mean? Like, it's like giving Ashe the ability to like side strafe. I don't know, like fucking Wuyang movement for some reason. It's weird. It's a weird character.
If you don't know how to play against Freya, you just fuck.
Yeah, she can definitely take over a lobby, and however, if you're like shit at Freya in a sense, like she has a high skill floor, don't get me wrong, and a high skill ceiling, it just feels oppressive. And like in the middle ranks, you can definitely, or like middle like tier kind of ranks, she can definitely get a decent amount of value if you just like aren't inting, which is kind of hard to do on this character unless you're trolling. I'm thinking right here, Wuyang.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of Wuyang. I think he has pretty high damage. He pretty much halves your HP in one shot.
Exactly. And he can shoot you through a wall.
Yeah I don't think he's like...
He has 2 ability to get out. He's fucking brain dead.
I think, like, I do see a lot of people climbing up with him. I think he's, like, right around here.
No, he has to be F.
F? I don't know if I agree
he's
with
not
F.
broken, but he's really brain dead.
Yeah, I don't think he's as unfair as the other characters.
He's not broken, but he's not fair. Like, in...
You think?
Yeah. He's... Like, you can get him down to 1 HP. He like, uses 1 cooldown, and then he's, like, almost full.
Yeah.
That's true. Then you lose. Because his, like, he doesn't only heal himself, he does damage to you.
Yeah. All right. So what were you guys thinking? Which rank were you putting at? I was still thinking...
I'll be honest. At the bottom of D.
Oh, yeah. I'm thinking D. I'd say close to Illari, to be honest. Because, like, you do need skill. And, like, you know, it does take a skill to, like, aim his shots, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty hard to do that.
What do you guys think for Vendetta? I think what we were saying before, it was like she can technically be balanced, but the way that she's implemented, like both pre-balance change and post-balance change, she's not fair. She doesn't feel fair.
Doesn't feel fair. But she's not that oppressive compared to Venture.
I disagree with that. I think Vendetta is more oppressive. For me personally.
Well, now she's completely dog shit and gutted though.
Yeah, she got nerfed as well.
I don't know. We don't know. We haven't. We don't know that. Like by stats, maybe, but we haven't actually played into them yet.
Yeah, if she's enabled, it feels really.
I hate playing Bap into her. I hate playing tank into her. You know, she's M1 hero, right? She does a fuck ton of damage. I thought her cooldowns would take more skill than they do. She's terrible into air, like flyers, but like that's it. I don't think she's fair.
So F.
To be fair, the rank system was like goofy as shit.
Yeah, I think I'd rather go into a Widow than Vendetta sometimes. Obviously, depends
on
the map,
right.
But most of the times, I'd rather go into a Widow. At least I don't know. I can like have skill against a Widow. You know, I can improve my.
She has the same problem with Venture that you can just inting and get value.
I think slightly less than Venture. Just like she hasn't had time to like find her balancing. And I think she's capable of being balanced more so, but right now, like the way she's been implemented pre and post patch, I think she's fucked. Like, not fair to play as, not fair to play against.
It's good.
Okay. All right, so that's the list.
If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe. Let us know what you think, what we should do next in the comment below.